Welcome everyone to the Manifest Market Update. We're here with Adam Grantham and Dave Meier, our CIO. And we thought we would just give Dave a couple minutes to give us his thoughts on where the market's at and just things that he's seeing. So if you enjoy this video, remember, just hit the like button and subscribe just so you can see more videos like it. Dave, all you.
Sure. Yeah, thanks a lot, Andy. Yeah, so far it's a good time to be talking about the markets in the sense that we're continuing to push up toward all-time highs on the U.S. equity market, particularly the S&P 500. So it's positive to be able to talk about it this time versus earlier in the year after Liberation Day and all of that fun stuff. We certainly have moved on, and it's been very, very interesting, particularly from April onward, to see how almost with the stroke of a pen, how people have really kind of changed their viewpoints on the market. I think valuations coming into the beginning of the year after two 20% years back to back on the S&P 500 were certainly very high, and people were having strong expectations about earnings. So that made, I think, the market kind of vulnerable to headline risk, and that's certainly what we saw. We got more than our fair share, I think. And so, very quickly afterward, we did see some support from earnings that came through as some of the negative news was coming out. I think April, May timeframe, you had CEOs that were giving positive guidance despite the kind of lack of clarity that we saw in the market. And so now that some of those things have moved behind us, we've seen some of the tariff deals that have actually materialized. People have gotten more comfortable, and it's been risk on in the equity markets. So we're continuing to watch that. As you do get toward all-time highs, we start to get skeptical, and obviously people look for reasons to sell. So at LPL Research, we're constantly looking at valuation, making sure things are making sense. And I'd say for the rest of the year, a couple things that we're kind of looking for is more updates on the tariff front. We're certainly watching inflation. Obviously, that affects everybody's everyday lives and how they're thinking about allocating their capital, spending money, that sort of thing. And then on top of that, it's certainly going to be one of the things I'm going to be focusing on. If you look at the Federal Reserve, they're trying to take care of inflation, but also unemployment. And so things that we're kind of looking for in the market, little cracks, things like starting to see, credit card delinquencies or auto loan delinquencies, things like that. Those things haven't materialized yet, but those are some of the signposts we're going to be looking for as we go into the back half of the year. And I'd say from here, as we just published our mid-year outlook, one of the things that we like and that we've been talking about at Manifest is looking at kind of the large cap growth opportunity. That's an area of the market that we think will be resilient, it'll be strong. Think about some of your strong technology companies in the US. They're going to be able to weather maybe a more bumpy ride than some of the smaller companies that are out there. And so that's something that we're favoring right now and talking to clients about. So it's been very interesting, and we're certainly awaiting some of the news that's going to come over the next month or two. Hasn't been as quiet of a summer as I had maybe been hoping for, but we'll have to see how things go.
Absolutely, absolutely. Appreciate the time and always appreciate the insight. And again, if you like the content, please go ahead and subscribe or like or whatever it is on whatever platform you're watching on. Thank you very much. Appreciate the time. Thanks, Andy.
David.